Hello, it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards with another card for you today. I'm using some of the Ornate Garden Suite products again today. Another piece of the DSP and the embossing folder. It's gorgeous. This is it. And it just embosses these tiny little flowers. It's very, very nice. So let's get started and I'll tell you what I'm using. Put this over here. Okay. I used a card base of thick whisper white, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is mint macaron and it is 5 1/4 by 4, and I embossed it with the embossing, the Ornate, let's see, what's it called? Ornate Floral 3D Embossing Folder. Part of the Ornate Garden Suite. So first thing we'll do is glue this to the front of our card. I used some Stampin' blends with this card. So we'll put this on the front. Just like so. Okay. And then I used a piece of soft suede that is 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. The Ornate Garden DSP is 4 by 3, and it's so pretty. It's gold foil on the back, but we're using the front. So I glued that to my piece of soft suede. I just centered it on there, just like so. Okay. Then I have a piece of mint macaron for the image on the front, and I use the layering circles framelets, and the ones I used, so you have an idea, I used, looks like it's about the third, oh, let's see, fourth from the largest of the scalloped circles. And then this one is the fourth from the largest of this, the plain circle. So that's what I used for those. Okay. And then I stamped my little gray squirrel with Memento Black ink. He's from the Fable Friends. And we're just going to adhere him to this. And let me tell you the colors I used for coloring him. I used, his little jacket is mint macaron. I didn't do any shading on this, so it was just simple coloring. His body is light smoky slate. The stripes and the little ribbon on his jacket are soft suede, light or dark soft suede. And then I colored the leaves. This is the dark old olive. And then the way I got this to look kind of the same color as the flowers in here and the centers, I colored them first with light Mango Melody, and then colored over the top of that with light Pumpkin Pie, and that's how I got that kind of orangey color. And then I stamped the hello. It came from the Honeybee stamp set, and here's the Fable Friends. And for the inside, just while I've got this Honeybee stamp set out, there's the hello, And on the inside I put "Thinking of You, Sweet Friend." And this flower, the daisy, comes from the Ornate style cling stamp set, and it's this daisy right here. So I did that on the front inside panel. Okay, let's put this together. This ribbon is in the mini catalog, and it's the mint macaron, and it's a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch wide. And I use about 10 inches, and it's the mint macaron sheer linen ribbon. So what I did was I put, if I can find them, well, here they are. I'm just throwing my stuff around because I don't have room. Oh dear. Sometimes I just can't hang on to stuff. Okay, we're going to put dimensionals on the back of our little gray squirrel here. Okay, and then I'm going to set him here so I know where to put my ribbon, because I want it centered under him, just like this. And I tie this around, I tie a bow around this little bottle that I have, and then I cut it so it's like this around the bottle. And once I tie it into the bow I like, then I just cut it. And in this case I cut it in the center. So we're just going to put this, center this right underneath our little squirrel image, just like so. And then I'm going to take tape, and I'm going to tape the ends. Now you can tie it around this piece of cardstock if you want, but I don't see any point in using that much ribbon when I can tie it around a bottle and cut it. That gives it a little bit less bulk in the back. Just tape that on just like that, and then we're going to go ahead and put him on there. Just like this, and center him from left to right, and make sure your hello is straight, just like so. Okay, now we're going to put dimensionals on the back of this. Now I used quite a few because I didn't want this to collapse, because the front is heavy with that circle on the front. So I used that many. So I thought this was a cute idea for a card. I'm still waiting for my paper pumpkin so I can do some paper pumpkin alternatives for you, but I probably won't get it till Friday, so probably be next week before I do any alternatives for you. So just center that on there. And we're going to take this piece, and I stamped this flower with soft suede. And then on this one, I colored it with the dark old olive and decided it was too dark, so I switched to the light old olive on this one. And then I colored the center of the flower the same as I did the center of this flower. So then I glued this. I cut this to fit, and it started out at 3 3/4 by 2 5/8. Well, I cut off a 1/16 of an inch off of this edge, and then just a skosh off of this edge, because I wanted my stitching for this, which comes from the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I wanted it to fit inside that stitching, so the stitching would show. So you'll need to trim just a little bit to get it to fit. And the thinking of you, sweet friend, comes from the honeybee. Oops. Pay attention to what I'm doing here. So this way your stitching shows on here. Otherwise it gets kind of covered up. And I didn't want it covered up. So then I took this, put some adhesive on the back of this, some liquid glue, my Tombow, and centered this. This gives you plenty of room to write something to your friend, sign your name, whatever. But I didn't want it just plain. I like the frame around it. And then I took, and I don't know if you can still get these. These are the holiday rhinestones, and I chose those because there's some, because I had them, but because this I know is Coastal Cabana, but it's close enough to the Mint Macaron that's why I used it. But you could use your clear rhinestones and color them with your Stampin' Blends, or you could take your Noble Peacock rhinestones and use the Old Olive on there if you want to. So there's options. This is what I had. I don't know if they're still available. You would have to go on my website and type in holiday rhinestones and see if it comes up that they still have some. I don't know. But I have a lot of them, so I thought I need to use them. So we're putting them on here, and I always try to give you options just in case what I'm using is not available. You can color the clear ones with your Stampin' Blends, and that will work just fine. So there's your card for today. I hope you like it. Please give me a thumbs up. Remember, $50 purchase, I'll send you a packet of these rhinestones just for ordering on my website and becoming my customer. I'll send that to you for free. And if you're interested in signing up as a demonstrator, now's the best time. I'm trying to tell people that in every video so that you know that this is the best time, and you don't have to do what I'm doing. You don't have to sell anything. You can sign up just to get the discount, because you get 20% off after your initial $99. That's free shipping, and $125 worth of product, and then the other free stuff is fantastic. So after that, you have until June 30th to get your minimum. And if you don't get your minimum, you don't get penalized. You've got until the end of July to get your minimum. They give you a 1 month grace. And if you don't do the purchasing, all they do is drop you as a demonstrator, and you still have your free stuff that you can keep, or your $99 worth, or your $125 worth of product, and the free stuff that is yours to keep. So you have a blessed day. Please give me a thumbs up and like my video and subscribe, and just push the little down arrow. I'm working on a blog. Hopefully I'll have that ready before too long. It's been a long time in coming because I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I wish it was easier, but it isn't. So you have a blessed day and have fun stamping.